so now half of the semester have passed, and we have covered 8 chapters already, all the way from chapter 1, introduction, to chapter 8, cash flows and statements. So what do you need to study for the midterm exam then? So this video is about a midterm review. So just need to study the materials that have been presented in my videos. So here are the video files. As you can see, they are named according to the topics covered. So for example, you have the accounting jobs, accounting ethics, business entities, and also accounting equation, financial statements, and return activities. So the first chapter has 6 videos in total, and you need to of course get the major characteristics of the business entities, and also the basic accounting equation, which is a total assets equals to a total liabilities plus total equity, and also need to know the basics of financial statements. For this return and activities, this is selective because we will cover it in the end of the chapter, in particular chapter 17 for the financial ratios. So your focus should lie into the business entities, accounting equations, and financial statements. And for the other videos, it will be tested. The thing is, they are just not at the same weight as these 3 portions. And also, some other important topics would be recorded transactions. How do you produce a journal entry, and how to produce the general journal. So you need to study that very carefully. And this is the most basic accounting transaction we need to practice on. So that's very important. And then you need to be able to know how to get the general ledger based on each account. You need to combine all the debits and the credits all together. So this is definitely something I will stress for the midterm exam. And you also have a transaction recording and a trial balance, and the adjustment on the trial balance. So you need to study that, and especially the worksheet part for trial balance, and how do you conduct an adjustment, especially at the end of the accounting period when the unearned revenue has passed, or prepaid insurance has passed. So how do you make that adjustment? And you also have this accrual basis and a deferred basis. As you can see, I made I made a pretty long videos on these topics, so you need to study those as well. And for a closed accounting cycle, that's relatively easy, but still it will be tested. So basically, you need to create income summary to transfer the numbers on the general ledger, and then transfer it again to the capital account. You also have a cost of goods sold and a gross profit. So this is from chapter 6. That is from chapter 5. That's for merchandise. And also you should be able to record the merchandise on credits, and you will need to study the merchandise terms. And there would be a lot of calculation done here. So you need to study those carefully and make sure you go over all the practices. So the questions you saw on these videos will still appear in the midterm exam. And how do you sell merchandise on credit? And in chapter, that's something you need to do it as well. In chapter 6, we learned the inventory system. So the cost of inventory. So how do you organize it? So what is the first in, first out, and last in, last out? So that's something you need to study. And also some other conceptual parts would be accounting system, internal control, and fraud. This is something you need to study, and there are some concepts in it. As I specify in the videos, you need to memorize all the concepts, just like some basics from this video for accounting jobs, accounting ethics, and also for return activities. They are just a concept that will appear in your midterm exam. And the last video covered before your midterm exam is this petty cash over and short. That's another conceptual chapter with a little practice for cash over and short and petty cash. So you need to study that as well.